Let's get into some more fan cams.
In my opinion, that's embarrassing. And to all the people saying I'm salty, you're fucking too right I am, because we were well better than Chelsea today.
I'm Ruby Deschamps and I'm mostly known for this face and a Liverpool kit. I'm a bit more than that. These reckon they've got it on lock, but they haven't.
It's a complete joke how many fans were leaving on the 80th minute. It was
against Chelsea, he was the one making that big tackle in the first 2 minutes.
And of course, the one and only
Stadium,
aka
Doyle, game over. I think that was a great performance from the Liverpool fans.
It's actually a sustainable business model for a football club. You spend the money that you bring in, and that's why we're not in £500 million worth of debt.
Listen, if we win 4-0, we owe Ash a drink, yeah?
If there's one English club talking to Mbappe, then it should be Liverpool. But at the same time, it's not really Liverpool's style to go out and buy the best player in the world.
Yes, good evening and welcome back to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand. You guys already know that by now. Sorry we're a bit late. Doyle literally was had a chicken in the oven, didn't you, son?
Yeah, man. Big crispy beast.
Love it. He's a very good cook, by the way, Doyle. I have to put a lot of respect on your name for that because you are very, very good cook, especially when it comes to chicken. Big up to Doyle on the channel. This is what we're going to do today, my brother, is we're going to have some fun. Obviously, things are quiet when it comes to Premier League right now. There's no games on this weekend, which might persuade you to maybe watch your local team or watch some games in the lower leagues. Always fun. But we're going to wrap up Klopp's 6 years at Liverpool. We did a 5 years video last year, but a lot's happened since then, obviously. So we're going to run through some stats, some interesting articles. And then the fun bit comes. It's all fun. Promise you, it's all fun. But you're going to take some random questions for you, and it could be career, it could be Liverpool related, it could be random questions, literally anything. That's what we're going to do for about 45 minutes, and then we'll let you get on with your Friday nights. But thank you very much to Doyle for coming back on, mate. How's it feel to be back on the channel?
Sound, lads. Sound AF, bro. Just chilling.
Yeah. How's things though, anyway?
Sound, you know. Just done some training today. I'm a bit unfit. I haven't trained for a little bit. It's been like a week or two, and honestly, you feel it, lad. And then I'm making a roast dinner right now, lad. I'm enjoying my life, lad. Enjoying my life.
No, you are. Love it. Love to see it, my brother. Love to see you winning. Big up to the guys getting involved in the comments already. We will read some of them out, but this one's a little bit of a quiz, little bit of a review of an article that I did see online yesterday, and we can all take a little guess at it. I've seen it, but the article is titled from thisisanfield.com. Can you guys see that? Yeah. Ranking the 10 best players in Jurgen Klopp's 6 years at Liverpool. Obviously, it was 6 years ago yesterday that Brendan Rodgers got fired, and we remember it well. It was after an away game at Everton. It was a 1-1 result. Danny Ings scored, and things weren't looking good. It was a bit of a low point after a poor season the season before.
We drew like 9 games in a row or something mad, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't great. It wasn't fun. And then Jurgen Klopp came and everything changed, bro. Just try, if you can, before we get into this, Doyle, 5 words, or even 6, because it's 6 years, that sum up his career at Liverpool so far. And he's still probably got about 2 years to go.
Absolutely fucking proper boss from Jurgen Klopp.
Yeah, love that. Let us know in the comments your 6 words as well.
You can't say what he's done for the club, can you, lad? He's done. No. He's changed it. He's brought it back. He's made us believe in all hands that we are the best team in the world. Like, this is a time of Liverpool that I'll never forget for the rest of my life, ever. Yeah. I'll never forget Mo Salah, Bobby Firmino, Sadio Mane, and Virgil van Dijk, Trent, Alice, like all the Endo. You can't. This is an unforgettable phase of Liverpool's history, lad, and it's a wonderful, wonderful experience to be part of, lad. I am enjoying Jurgen Klopp and his reign. Long may it continue, because the fact that it's 6 years right now is a bit heavy.
From doubters to believers, lad. That's probably my 6. But yeah, you're totally right in everything you say, man. I mean, I'm seeing pictures of him on Instagram now, and it's just like, if there was ever a match made in heaven when it comes to clubs and managers, and the stars just aligned and everything was on the same vibe, the fans, the players, the management, and we're all just singing on the same hymn sheet like the Shankly and Paisley days, it's Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool. So now let's see if we can guess these. I know them, but I wanted to test you as well, Doyle. So the 10 best players in Klopp's 6 years at Liverpool, it goes from 10 down to 1. Who do you reckon number 10 is on this list without giving it away?
How are they doing this?
It's mostly opinion, mate, but
Okay.
you know, it's quite broadly accepted that this is probably about right.
Number 1 is obviously...
No, we'll start at 10. Start at 10. Start at 10.
Number 10. Okay, nah, it's going to be harder to do number 10, lad, but go on, I will. Number 10.
Let us know in the comments as well if you think you know who it is to help Doyle. You can't look at the comments though, bro. Matip. Let's see if you are correct. Unfortunately, you're not. It's Andy Robertson.
I was going to say Robbo as well, you know, as if it's Robbo. He's higher than not, lad.
Look at him there, absolutely loving life, scoring away against the Villa. 2-1 win that was in the season we won the league.
Yeah.
Number 9, who have you got, bro?
Matip again.
You going with Matip again?
Yeah, he has to be in there, lad, at some point.
You are unfortunately wrong. It is Gini Wijnaldum in at number 9. Are you going to ditch Matip now?
Yeah. Stop saying that.
He's not finishing higher than that. Really easy. Esther says Hendo, wrong. Gini Wijnaldum, number 9. Number 8, who are you going for?
I'm going to go for Fabinho.
Fabinho. Let's see if you're right. I think you are wrong. Jordan Henderson.
Jordan Henderson wasn't in the That's not fair, lads.
Drink to Jordan Henderson.
But yeah, we love the Hendo. But that was Kenny, wasn't it?
No, this is, if you actually looked at the title of the article, ranking the 10 best players in Jurgen Klopp's time at Liverpool. So it's not ones he signed. I've already done a video on that, to be honest, back in lockdown last year.
Okay, buddy.
It hasn't changed. So go back and watch it, mate. All the best.
Number 7.
Number 7, who do you reckon? Number 7, who is that?
Bobby Firmino.
Bobby Firmino. It's a good shout. Let's see who it is. It's Fabinho.
I'm being bumped, lads.
Wow, you've literally got none right so far.
It was Fab as well.
How do you feel?
Like I've been smoked.
Yeah. Well, if you win 1 point, you go home with this tape. So it's something, isn't it?
Yeah.
And a little pair of scissors and some, yeah. Right. Number 6. Who do you reckon it is?
Bobby.
Yeah. It's Trent. Oh.
I'm going home, lad. Get off me.
You are home. But
get off me, lad.
So still none right. Who is number 5? Let us know in the comments. Can you do better than the D-man freestyle DM DOYLE? Alisson at number 5. Let's have a look. He's wrong again. It's Bobby Firmino. It's poor from Doyle. 0 out of 5. The next one, number 4. Who is it, bro?
No, it's Sadio Mane.
Sadio Mane. It's Alisson.
I'm gonna flip out, you know, lads. I've been saying, listen, lad, I've said them 3 in a row now, yeah. I said Fab, Bobby, and then Alisson, and every single one has been the next one, lad.
Oof, very close, but no cigar, unfortunately, for yourself there, Doyle. What? Number 3, who is it?
Virgil van Dijk. Oh, no, wait. If this is Sadio Mane right now, I'm going to flip out, you know.
I would go with Mane if I was you. There we go. Number 3, Sadio Mane. Look at that kit, by the way. Slightly underrated, bro. This one.
Oh, lad, I'm wounded, you know. That's like... Oh.
I love that kit, bro. I need to actually get hold of that shirt. I've just realized I don't have that one. But what an iconic away performance that was in the Champions League against Bayern. Say that again.
That was the purple year as well, lad.
This was 18-19. Yeah.
The next one's Virgil and the first one's Mo.
Well, we might as well have a look. Anyway, it's Virgil van Dijk at number 2. And then, of course, at number 1, it's the main man. It's Mr. Mohamed
I should have
Salah.
about 5 there, lad. That's bumped me, that. I was 1 off each one. I said Fab, Firmino, Alisson, Salah, Sadio Mane, and they were all the next one. That's heavy, that.
Yeah, it's quite heavy. But they're the 10 best players in Klopp's era. I wanted to show you this as well. I'm not really a stat man, especially with Klopp as well. Some of the stats early on, they weren't the best to look at, but it was the feeling that we got inside. And we can talk about the games that have made hair stand on our necks, the Dortmunds, the Barcelonas, the comebacks in the Premier League, the City game, the Chelsea game, Salah Rocket, United away with no fans. There's a million memories. Roma, Napoli. Like just throw out some that stand out for you, and then we'll get into the stats after.
The first one for me, the major one, was the Dortmund game in Europa League, lad. That was the one where we were playing his old club. We were all terrified because we were still a little bit crap, and he just showed what Anfield was about. We conceded 2 goals, but then scored a winner in the last minute. It was similar to the game, lad.
Man.
You know what I mean? It was one of them type of moments where I was like, okay, this is a Liverpool that I am excited to watch, and I'm excited for what's next. Even Dejan Lovren looked good under Klopp, lads, you know what I mean? Like, he took those levels up. Do you remember how good Adam Lallana was underneath him?
Well, that's what I was going to say. The Norwich game, that was a stage for me that it was almost not make or break for Klopp, but I think we'd still drawn a few games when he came in as well. So, immediately there was no real big jump up the table, but I think there was something starting to brew as well, just really early, with the way he just came in and said he was the normal one, and there was just huge humility and like real
his
connections to what character exactly connections to Shankly and
it matched Liverpool
political views as well.
Yeah,
I think he's just an absolute hero, and in my lifetime, there's no one manager I've loved more than him. Jurgen.
He's going to go down in history, lad, as one of the greatest managers for Liverpool, with Bill Shankly and Bob Paisley. And it's not the sense that he's won the same amount.
Well, maybe Kenny's there. I don't know, but
it's the way. In my lifetime, anyway, I'll say that he's the best manager in my lifetime. So I don't think I'm hoping that there's a light after him. Like, that's the major thing, because I know he only spent 7 years.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. But obviously, this is the 6 years show, so I want to revel in this question that I asked right at the top of the show. Your favourite goal, loss, win, low point, trophy win, mad moment from the Klopp era now, and we'll read them out. People are sending them in. I'll just dip mine in there first and foremost. Goal, mate. Do you know what? I think it is. I think it's Origi's in the final. I just fell to my knees and instantly started crying. And then Klopp's kind of that 6-minute clip that they put out of Klopp immediately after we won it, and he's just going around hugging Hendo. Like, every time I see that, it's just incredible. So that goal that allowed us to, go clear in the final. And I've put the favourite loss in. Obviously, we don't like losing games at all, but I wanted to show that, obviously there have been ups and downs here. Loss.
Favorite loss, lad? There's no such thing as that, bro.
But
our best loss was the Champions League final, lad, because it made us realise that we still wasn't quite there, lad. And what we did was we upped our game, come back and won it, and then won the Premier League afterwards. It was a different Liverpool after that. It was a more ruthless, clinical, we're not fucking about, this is time to win. We weren't just doing to play beautiful football anymore. We were doing it because we wanted that league and we wanted that Champions League, lad. We have played in the last how many years some of the most phenomenal football. Same with City as well. They've kept us on our toes and pushed us to be better, just the way we have with them. It's been an incredible journey, and it's genuinely how other teams should look at developing their clubs. This is why I was getting a bit wound up the other day with the Newcastle thing, because it's just another club, another Chelsea, City, PSG, whatever, lad. Which is sad, because I like Newcastle, I actually do, but it's not good for footy. Simple as that.
Right.
And Liverpool's a great model for how to build a football club. It really is.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely spot on there, fella. Favorite win. I'm going to go for something that maybe wasn't thought of necessarily, but do you remember the 3-0 at home to Middlesbrough, which got us into the Champions League in 16-17 at the end of that season, into it in 17-18? It's at home when Wijnaldum scored.
Yeah.
If you actually think about it, let's say we draw that game, or let's say we lose that game, we wouldn't have got in the Champions League the following season, which would have meant that we wouldn't have, because we still had a great campaign in 17-18. We got to we came runners up, and then 18-19 we won it. It's just incredible consistency, and I think that win against Middlesbrough might be up there just because of the knock-on effects. If we don't win that, we don't qualify for the Champions League. We might not have got to the final, which would have given us the momentum to win it the year after that. Who knows? So that game, I'll say, is my favourite win.
There's too many to pick from, lad. I guess one of the Dortmund, and I think that was probably the best one for me, just because that was the sign. That was the one where I was like, "This is the Liverpool that we're familiar with. The one that doesn't give up. The one that just keeps going." Thank you very much. The one that keeps going.
Thank you. Well, you are a legend, man. True Liverpool fan.
Thank you, lad. Yeah. I think that one for me was the one. That was the start of the journey, like you're talking about. That's being like a catalyst for being the start, or pivotal point, should I say, for starting our reign in Europe again. But that Europa League win was just special, lad.
Yeah,
I loved it. I really did.
Unbelievable. Maybe Barca was a bit more shocking,
but we all love that, lad.
Yeah, that was what Ab said here. Barcelona is his game. It's his favourite. Bailey says the parade was the best moment in his life. We'll never
one of my
that.
best moments.
And that's the kind of, that's you can't buy memories like that, bro. Like, I
remember me
being there.
Yeah, same. So I remember being with Paul, my best mate, lad, that I've watched every single game with. Yeah, P-Mark. I watched every single game with him, lad, for the last, 7, 8 years. Like, every single one of them, lad. We'd sit there every Sunday, Saturday, whatever day it was, and we'd watch them together, and we watched us lose so many times. Yeah. We went through the Brendan Rodgers period where we nearly done it, and we didn't quite get there, and then we dropped off, and it was just, it was like tormenting. And then by the time we got to that Champions League final, I watched that with him, lad, and it was one of the best moments of my life. And then a few days later, I was with my girlfriend at the time, and we're fucking chasing after the bus, lad. I'm looking at Mo Salah holding a Champions League right in front of me face. I'm standing on a set of traffic lights, literally in front of me face, lad. And he's got the Champions League, and I'm welling up, lad, because I'm like, this is the moment that we've all been building up for the last 10 years, the last 12 years. This is what we all deserve. Yeah. Then players deserve it, that manager deserves it, and these fans deserve it. And it was one of the best moments of my entire life, lad. I'll never forget it. I'll always remember it. And one of the key memories that I have, one of the images I have in my head, is the lava buildings, lad. They have fireworks flying out the top of them with big red smoke billowing out, and it was beautiful. It was like something out of dreams, lad. It was one of the best days. And yeah, never forget it, lad. That was beautiful. That I'll never, ever forget it.
Loved that. Low point, I'm going to go with... For me, I feel like the lowest point I've felt in a Liverpool game recently was after that Everton game when Van Dijk and Thiago got injured. I would say that was easily our lowest point of last season, and there hasn't really been many low points apart from the Champions League final loss in 17-18. It's not really been mad
7-2,
big.
Lad.
Huh?
Lost 7-2 to Villa.
Okay, that's a low point, sure.
That's
but yeah, that is very low.
When we lost that, I was just like, okay, so are we crap now then? Yeah, is that what's happened?
Yeah,
that's what I thought, lad.
My girlfriend just walked in live on a stream, which she shouldn't be doing. So we'll just get her out of the room as soon as possible, of course. But yeah, big low point. That trophy win. For the celebrations, it has to be the Champions League, but for what it meant, it's got to be the Premier League, even though we couldn't. I still celebrated. I was there outside Anfield with Jack. unbelievable night again. Just like stuff of dreams, especially the night time as well. You know, if you win the league in the day, which is probably better because you can see more. But when it's a nighttime game as well, it's just fireworks everywhere. It's crazy, man.
Only Liverpool though can win a Premier League for the first time in 30 years and then not have a parade for it, lads. That's the most Liverpool thing that could possibly happen. But you know what else is the most Liverpool thing that could possibly happen, lad? Winning it again and getting that parade, lad. It just is. I can see us. I am this season, lad. Very hopeful. I am. I still feel like we've got it in there's something in me, lad, that's feeling like everyone's underrating us. No one's taking us seriously, and we're just going to keep going. Same with City as well. I feel like they're going to keep pepping on and keep going on, lads. I feel like Jürgen can do it again, lad. I do. It's got no doubt, but he'll still win the league, lad.
That's a good point, and I'm there with you. I do believe if it's not this year that we win it, I do believe he will win it before he leaves. So that's basically this year or next year.
Most Salah, lad, is just incredible.
Yeah, just a joke, isn't he? A quick reminder that you can send in questions like this as well, and I'll read out all the comments to career-related stuff, random questions. That's what we want to hear. But let's get on to the stats then of Jurgen Klopp, because we've spoken about loads of other things, and people are sending in their bits and bobs. Big up to Ravi. Big up Liverpool. Look exciting at the moment. We will get our time, says Bailey. Big up to Sam, who says hi, AGT. Funny question there from Declan. Would you say Jose Enrique has been Klopp's best captain over the 6 years? Absolutely not. There's only one there. Yes, lads. Big up DOYLE. What a legend. Big up to there. Techers, Dave.
Yes, lads.
Klopp has made me cry many times, says Bailey. Love that.
Yeah.
And you're not wrong there as well. But let's share this screen then. Again, we've spoken about the feelings and, stuff that you can't really put on a piece of paper. But this stuff you can. Let's look at the numbers as well. Jurgen Klopp, since he joined, and these are the Premier League's official stats, as you can see from the website. So, from Germany, 54. And I remember this, a 0-0 draw away at Tottenham, just under 6 years ago. Obviously, he joined in an international break, I think. 7th Premier League season he's in now. Joined on this day, as you can see. 227 matches, 142 wins, 53 draws, 32 losses. We've scored 476 goals and conceded 223. He's won the Manager of the Month 9 times. September 2016, December 2018, March, August 2019, as well as September, November, December, and January 2020. That was literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months in a row that he won it. That is unbelievable.
We were a joke then.
That's domination. And then, of course, he won it when we lifted it in May last year. And the Premier League champion in 2020 and Manager of the Season once as well. And there's obviously loads of stories down here and bits and bobs, but he's obviously come from Borussia Dortmund and had to rebuild the side. And if you look at, the players that he inherited compared to what we have now, it's just not in comparison. But what do you think about those numbers? I mean, there's a lot of wins, coming up to 150 wins, coming up to 500 goals scored.
Yes. Jurgen Klopp's the best manager in the world, lad, without a doubt. No shadow. He is the best football manager on this planet. It's like I even another stat that I can give you, lad. Since 2018, lad, we've had 279 points, lad. There's only one team that's close to us, and they are a point behind us, and it's Man City, lad. But the reality is, the budget that he's had, he's got 22 insane players that he can do all kinds with, and that, do you know what that does? It wins your leagues because you've got enough legs to run as much as you want. But you know what it doesn't do, lad? No, what it doesn't do. It doesn't give you heart and soul. It doesn't give you a character. It doesn't give you this resilience which makes you win cups. Because cups, lad, they're much harder to win. Things like Champions Leagues, lad. You only get 2 games. You get 2 games, lad, and that's it. To do what you can do. And the countless times that Man City side have fell short in a cup game, lad. Countless times. They've won loads of domestic ones. I don't care. That's down to tactics again. If you can play the same teams over and over, then yeah, you can work them out. And Pep, we all know Pep is brilliant at that. He's a tactician. He can work teams out and he can play against them. Good for him, boss. But you know what? He can't win the Champions League with Man City, can he, lads? Like Jurgen.
Not yet.
Jurgen
Not yet.
Not yet. Like,
unfortunately for
yeah,
him.
I'm not gonna. He's still one of the best. Pep's the second best in the world,
Yeah,
and also
but he's had
Diego
hella money.
Simeone's up there as well, lad. He's a mad shout, but he is.
Yeah, no, for sure. Listen, can't really disagree with anything that you're saying, to be honest, tonight. Joe's saying he was at that game. Let us know which game that was. Was it the Tottenham first one? But yeah, 6 years under Klopp, 4 trophies, 1 league title, a UEFA Champions League, a Super Cup, a World Club Cup. In terms of his contract, he still has 2 years. How many trophies do you expect that he'll finish with at Liverpool? He's got 4 now. Is there any way we could maybe get, I don't know, 2 or 3 more before he goes?
Maybe 1 domestic cup. Yeah, 2 or 3. I'd expect. I feel like he's going to win the Prem one more time before he leaves because I feel like he wants to. He wants redemption from that, and he wants that parade. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I feel like that all the players do. Like when you're looking at Mo Salah, he is ruthless this season, and he's always been ruthless. But did you see his Instagram post the other week? Yeah, that type of thing is a statement, lad. He's saying, I want to win this football league, lad. I want this league. And Jurgen Klopp's going to be like, me too, lad. Let's try and work together to get this done. Same for the rest of the team. So, yeah.
Unbelievable, yeah. Right, let's get on to some of the... Say again?
I forgot the question, lad.
No, sorry. We're just all saying how much we love Klopp. Let's get into some of the questions that you guys have been asking then, because we did put a shout out for you guys to send in some random questions. So let's see what you've been saying so far then. Diego Palace, big up to you, mate. He's always in the stream. We'll read out this one. Your Klopp renowned front three of Salah, Firmino and Mane have scored a combined 261 goals for Liverpool, accounting for 46% of Liverpool's all competition goals total in the last 5 years. That is crazy. 261 between them.
Makes you feel sick, and if no wonder other teams.
Surely that's got to be. Surely in the whole of Europe, I don't know. Maybe Messi, Suarez, and Neymar got more. Maybe, or Bale, Benzema, Ronaldo. But I'm pretty sure 261 goals as a 3 in the last 5 years in Europe. Has anyone bettered that? They've also stayed together for 5 years as well.
I'd say the longevity that they've had is probably one of the longest. So they're going to score more goals than a lot of trios just because they've been together longer. So that makes sense. But it's the consistency which is amazing, isn't it? They've been together for 5 years and they're ridiculous at scoring goals. It's a joke. No. It's like it used to be like when one's not scoring, the other one would score, and vice versa. And we've had a deadly dynamic trio for the last 5 years, and we've only just started to introduce Jota as well, who's also proper deadly, lad. So yeah, I'm hopeful for the season, you know, lads. I'm not that. Look at that stat, lad. That's what we've seen then.
261, unbelievable. Bailey says when we won the league, partying outside Anfield as well. Yes, come on. Big up to Ab says big up to this channel. Winning the Super Cup, Adrian, remember that interview? Yes. Diego says, question for AGT and Doyle and chat. Which of Klopp's players have you met live close up, and which would you love to interview live? Doyle, you go first.
That's a few players. So I've met Genie and I've met Trent. I've met Sami Hyypiä. I've met Gerrard. I've met loads of different people actually, but there was a particular story that was really cool. I'm a freestyler, so I do lots of football tricks and like go to schools and teach kids and all different kinds of stuff that I do with me freestyle football. And so Gini Wijnaldum had a competition to win some tickets for a game against Napoli in the Champions League, and we'd get to watch it in his box. And luckily enough, I won out of millions of people, so I was really grateful for that. I was really lucky. I took some of my close friends, took my girlfriend at the time. It was really cool. And what happened was, I went to the box, give us his like little personal passes with his name on, and that it was the most surreal thing ever. I walked up to this like little part of the stadium, and I'm like, oh, I'm here for doing album tickets, and they're like, oh, where's this part? Blah blah blah. Let me into this mad executive box. There was a chef behind us in the kitchen cooking loads of food, chicken, and all kinds of different wonderful food. It was insane, giving us drinks, alcohol, all kinds of different stuff. And we sat there with Gini Wijnaldum's family and also Trent's family because they share a box. And so we were eating the food before the match, and it was quite surreal. I then got to meet Genie after the game. He come up, give us all some shirts, signed shirts and stuff. And we actually chatted to him for about 30 minutes, which was wonderful. He was a really down-to-earth man. He told me a little bit about his life, personal life. I asked him like what his favourite goal was. We met Trent as well and his family. It was just the most surreal moment. Sammy Upia walked in at some point, lad, and I was like, what's going on here? Why is Sammy Upia in front of me? But it was the most surreal moments of my life. And yeah, I'm forever grateful for that. It's another memory I'll never forget. It's one of the reasons why I love Genie Wijnaldum, because he was just so kind to the fans. I was not the only one that got the opportunity to do that. He did that for a lot of fans. So that just goes to show the testament to what type of human being he is, lad. That was pretty cool.
That's a great story. You've also got one about Fowler as well, don't you?
Oh, yes. Robbie Fowler, lads, when I was a baby. So when I was a kid, I'm a Scouser, as you can tell. I was growing up in Liverpool, and my dad took me out to town for my birthday, bought me a Liverpool kit. It had Robbie Fowler on the back.
How much? Was it number 23?
Absolutely loved him. I think so, mate. At that point it was. I also got a little picture of Robbie Fowler because, I wanted them in my room, like on my wall or something. And so, yeah. And then I was made up, bought a little footy in that, lads, my footy kit and my picture of Robbie Fowler walking through the streets of Liverpool with me dad. He takes me to this, pub/restaurant, where we can go and get some food for me dinner on the Albert Dock. And I'm sitting there eating my dinner, and my dad goes, Doyle. And I'm like, what, Dad? And he says, who's that on the bar over there, mate? And I looked up, and lo and behold, it was Mr. Robbie Fowler, mate. I could not believe my eyes. I must have been about 5 years old, 6 years old. And my dad couldn't believe it, to be quite honest. Thinking back now, we must have been like, what's happening here, lad? So I went over to Robbie Fowler, as you do as a young kid, with my footy, my picture, and I also went over with my kit, and I was like, look, mate, I've got your kit on, and I bought a picture of you, and I've got a footy, and you're my favourite player. I was like, can you sign me stuff and that? And he was like, lad, no problem. He was like, not only will I sign your stuff, you're going to chill with me for the next hour or two, okay? And so what he did, he stood me up on the bar, because I was a little kid, so he gave me a bar stool, and he told me to stand on it, so I was taller than everybody else, and he called me top man. He was like, all right, top man. He was like, anything you want, lads, I'm going to buy it. He's like, anything you want. So I ordered like loads of Cokes, as you do as a little kid. He paid for me food. He signed me pictures on my ball, my kit, and I've still got that right now, the picture and all that stuff. I lost my footy. I kicked it in the Mersey literally about 20 minutes after I met him. My dad was fuming and I was crying. But,
wow, 20 minutes.
The picture, literally, lads, because I was excited. I just wanted to kick a footy, you know what I mean? And yeah, I've got the picture still, and it says to Doyle in brackets, top man. Yeah, happy birthday from your mate Robbie Fowler. And it was just the most. I can't believe that happened, actually. That's probably the most surreal thing, because that's just by chance that happened on my birthday with all the Robbie Fowler gear on, lads. What? That's so lucky.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got the picture. Go onto my Instagram, you'll see that. I'll actually post it on me professional one. That's a good story to tell about Liverpool, that it really is.
No, I love that. And which one would you love to interview?
Who would I like to interview out of all the players that have ever played for Liverpool?
Yeah.
There's two. Steven Gerrard, because Steven Gerrard, you're messing. Steven Gerrard. And Danny Sturridge, lad, because he's the funniest kid that's ever played for Liverpool, lad. He was the funniest man ever. Did you ever used to watch his videos?
Yeah. He's got
funny,
a bit.
It make me laugh. So him and Gerrard, lads.
No, you're not wrong. That's a great shout. Very good shout. But listen, I think when it comes to interviewing players, meeting players, it depends what age you are, really. But I guess if you're, a bit older, then you can appreciate them and have a down-to-earth chat. Like I met Phil Thompson the other week in the box at Nike's box. That was unreal. Like I'd grown up with him being our assistant manager of Gerard Houllier, and then, on TV all them years. But I think when they know that you're, quite a knowledgeable fan who can hold a conversation, the lines just don't even exist anymore. You were saying there that Wijnaldum was chatting to you for half an hour. Yeah. And they're just normal lads that are very good at football. Most of them are anyway, Yeah. Declan saying Sturridge was underrated, but that was a great question there from Diego, so big up to you. If I could interview one. Do you know what? I'd love to interview two as well. I mean, obviously the easy one to say is Gerrard, so I'm not even going to say that one. the two I'd interview: Michael Owen and Torres.
Fernando.
And really ask him and get under the, under his skin about why he left Liverpool and what actually was said.
You just want to be an antagonistic interviewer, journalist.
I'm going to speak to him in Spanish, remember? Come on.
And antagonize him, lad.
Respect, buddy.
Say, why was you shit after you left Liverpool, lad? What was the story behind that?
So he comes in, right, and he calls you a tit, and you said, I'm off. Is that how it went, Fernando?
Okay.
Love that. Bailey, do you think he'll extend his contract? 3 years left. It's like, in terms of years, it's 2 years left with 2.5 seasons left until his deal finishes. But no, he won't. We all know that. He's taking a sabbatical. There's no way, though.
Yeah, I agree. 8 years in charge, mate. That he deserves a break, doesn't he? I don't want him to leave. Oh my days, it's going to be awful when he leaves. I will cry me out. Would he come back?
Come back in like, I don't know,
would he do that?
10 years.
He'd go back to Mines or something like that.
Mines, yeah, you never know though.
That's sad to think about.
No, I don't think so.
He'll stay to the end of his contract, though. I think he'll definitely stay to the end.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Bailey, unbeaten season will happen before he goes. We were close, very close.
That I wish that was true, because was it one game that we ended up losing?
Yeah.
Oh, heavy lads.
Joke, absolute mess. Esther A says, who could even replace Klopp if he goes?
No one.
I mean, obviously no one can replace Klopp. It's impossible. As no one can really replace Pep.
We started. That's what it is. We start a whole rebuild.
Identity,
yeah. Everything starts again. That's what the crap part is.
Again. But is there a shout to say Pep Linders, maybe as a number 2? Been working with Klopp for the last 6 years.
Yeah, but also I'd rather someone like, but also, is he going to be able to take on Liverpool afterwards? Maybe it's good to have somebody like him afterwards, just in case he doesn't do the great of a job.
Mentality, kind of, you carry on. You know what I mean?
I get you, lad. I do get you. Maybe it might be a good one for after Jurgen Klopp. I definitely don't want to see Gerrard there, lads. He's not ready yet.
Not now, but in 2 years, is he ready?
Maybe he is, lad. I don't know. We might get Newcastle. Have you seen this? He's favourites to go be the Newcastle manager.
No, that's not happen, mate. It's not happen. No way, lad.
No way. I'd like someone like Nagelsmann from Bayern. I like the way he plays football. I like his style. I think he's successful in every club that he's been to, and I think his philosophy of football is great.
Yeah, no, I'd take him, but I think basically if Gerrard gets asked, he has to go
to Liverpool.
He has to say yes. Yeah.
Of course.
No way he can't ever say no to that job. So for me, it's like, even if he is maybe a year or 18 months too early, the timing's there. Like, you have to say yes. And listen, obviously, we don't want it to turn into what it had turned into for Lampard, but there's a few names there anyway.
It might be one
Bailey
of the cases.
Go on, carry on, bro.
Where, you see Ole right now. He's not the best tactician in the world, but he's also steadied the ship in Manchester United, because they were plummeting. They were just going right down. Yeah. So it might be one of them things where we've just lost our biggest talisman in Jurgen Klopp when that happens, and they'll say, okay, so this is to reignite the fire of Liverpool and remember what we are capable of with our own Scouser as our manager, lad. We're going to have a struggle with it, but, anyway, that's years away. I don't even want to think about that.
Yeah, don't worry, it is. Yeah, that's just already. Klopp will be the most iconic manager of our lifetime. Legend. I'd agree with that, to be honest. Can't disagree there. Bailey says, Robbo signed my shirt after the Salzburg game and he gave me a fist bump. Love to see it. Doyle, you are a great freestyler, man. Says Ab. Joe Brady, one question. How are we?
Sounds looking forward to the season. Looking forward to watching Jurgen Klopp for the next 2 years, lad.
Absolutely. Declan, do you miss Gregory Vignal? Heavy shout that. Do you remember Vignal? You don't?
Was he the brain?
27.
No.
Huh?
No, don't.
No, basically it was the summer of 2000, I think we bought him alongside.
I was 7 years old, lad. I won't remember that. Mate.
I was 6, so no excuse really. I think Vladimir Smica joined the season before him, and then he joined in the year 2000, and it was alongside Rigobert Song. Yeah, unreal memory that. But no, he was shit, and I don't miss him. Bailey says, favorite moment in your life, Liverpool or anything else? Wow.
Favorite moment in my life. I've based my life around football. I'm a freestyler. That is what my life has been. It's helped me to teach me lessons. I've learned a lot of things, skills from playing football. I've learned how to communicate. Like, football is my life, the fam. So it's everything to me. So Liverpool winning that Champions League was the best moment of my life. I can't think of anything better than that. I guess I've had lots of cool moments with my freestyle as well. One of my first performances, that was one of the best moments of my life also, because it was like a confidence thing. I finally performed in front of a lot of people and I got claps and I got applauded, and that made me feel very validated in my hard work. So that was a great moment in my life as well.
Love that, my brother. And you'll get many more, 100%. Greatest moment of my life.
Many. Be 1 second, just going to check on my carrots and my spuds, lad.
Greatest moment of my life. Meeting my girlfriend. Not joking. No, to be fair, it's probably a Liverpool thing. But it is very close to. The thing is, she's in the room now, so she's literally sitting over there. So probably should say that, to be fair. All good though, no worries. Got some great questions here for Doyle when he comes back. El Toro. Basically, I just had to say my best moment was, with Tegan, because she's in the room.
Of course it was. What else would you love?
Fine. Yeah, no, it definitely was that. Not the 6 times. Question for Doyle. Doyle, will you come back to Liverpool? Says Bailey.
I am a Scouser, lad. There'll be a point where I'll go back to Liverpool. We always return to where we come from, lad. We're like Salmons, lad. We're like Salmons, kid. We go back. But not for a long time.
Sandwiches.
Not for a long time. I've got a lot of living to do, and I'm very, very aware of a city like Liverpool is wonderful, and I enjoy it a lot, and it's part of my identity, and I'm very happy with my identity. I'm very grateful to have that. But I will go back someday. Maybe when I want to raise my kids.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it? I can see you back here in about 12 years.
No kids yet, so I'll have kids in about 10 years. Something like that.
Fair enough. Something like that. Diego says, brilliant, Doyle. Big up to your Robbie Fowler moment.
Thank you, mate. That was a special moment for me. Thank you, mate.
Sturridge has a funny but terrible goal celebration. No, I thought it was decent. The thing is, it would have been rubbish if you could see that he has no rhythm, but he's got loads of rhythm, and he dances, doesn't he? He's a decent little mover. So
I love Danny Sturridge, mate. I absolutely loved him.
I love him. Really just signed for
Perth in Australia, lad. So much better than that, and it breaks my heart to see the
semi-retirement. That.
Oh no, dude. I'm saying I don't understand. Yeah, they play football.
League soccer.
Yeah, he was one of the most talented English strikers, but just couldn't play because he was injured constantly. That was it.
Yeah, it's true. Who will win, Fury or Wilder? Says Joe.
Fury, without a doubt, lads.
Fury is going to smoke him.
He smoked him twice already, lad. And it's not even like it's an English thing, because you know what? I'm not asked really. I like boxing's cool and that, but I like the MMA with Paddy and Darren Till and Ollie. That's the ones I'm actually asked about. But Tyson Fury, lad, he's levels ahead of Wilder. Having said that Usyk, the one that had the fight with Joshua, lad, he looked like he's the best fighter I've ever seen, lad. He looked insane. He looked like he could just punch anyone's head in if he wanted to. It doesn't matter how big they are. It doesn't matter, lad. He'll punch their heads in.
Yeah. Good
So
shot.
I think
Paddy the Baddy.
what I'd like to see actually Fury v Usyk, because Fury's gonna batter Wilder, mate.
And I think Fury smashes AJ as well. Do you know what? It's really upsetting actually, because I had a ticket for the Smith Fowler fight in the Echo Arena tomorrow night. Liam Smith and Fowler, and I can't go. So I've got a job in London on Sunday morning that I've got to be at home for. So I had to give my ticket away, but I would have been there on behalf of the Kop TV doing content and stuff like that. So you're gutted, to be honest. That's going to be a big fight. But Fury will beat Wilder, and Fury beats AJ for me as well. Right. Salah and Mane are going to Newcastle. I don't think so, buddy.
No one's going to Newcastle. Yeah, I mean,
waste, man.
What's happening, Jason? Is that Jason? Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Hey, I think that Newcastle are going to be good at some point, but not for a few years. They've got to rebuild. They've got to rebuild infrastructure. They've got to look after their academy. They've got to start luring players in with, you know, that type of, like, if they haven't got a system set up, then they're not going to bring anyone in. It doesn't matter. Look at Wolves. Look at Wolves, lads. Wolves are one of the richest clubs as well, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, like, it's Newcastle are leaps and bounds above everybody else now for money. Like, it's not even funny how richer they are than everybody else. They're like, proportion wise, lad. I don't understand. I can't even comprehend the wealth that they have, lad. It's that big. So
no, but it's all, you know, it's not all good news though with this deal. I do think there's a lot of human rights issues behind it that I won't get into now, but you can go and do your own research. But how these guys have got so much money, and if you actually look into it, it's probably a big kick in the teeth to the purists of football. It's another way that it's slipping away. To be honest, Declan says Pep Linders went to Holland and didn't do well, didn't he, during the 6 years? I'm not too sure about his own actually like managerial record. How has your Klopp always kept the same backroom staff behind every great manager? He's chopped and changed actually, hasn't he?
He has, yeah. He lost the big one, didn't he? The brain lad.
Yeah, the brain.
That was They didn't they fall out or something?
Yeah, that didn't really work. But he is loyal to, you know, the ones that are good to him as well.
The players that he's played, he consistently plays the same players. He do play well, so I can imagine he'd be the same with his coaching staff.
Absolutely right. One more question then, and then we'll call it a night. And it's this one. Declan says, Doyle, did that Chelsea fan piss you off on the Don Robbie stream? He looked very drunk.
I got anti. I mean, yeah, he did, but it's not his fault. Like, I was just getting frustrated with yeah, he frustrated me. Yeah, Declan, yes, he did, lad. But also, he signed after the stream. We were mates. It was signed. So one of them. If you're passionate about footy, you know, sometimes words are gonna fly out, and that, you know, it's just one of them, lad. One of them.
I mean, I don't think anything bad happened, really. You both said what you said. It was a very heated game.
Well, we both just watched
Liverpool, Chelsea. Yeah, you're bound to share some words, aren't you, really? You know, it's... I mean, if I was there, boy.
Honestly, like, after the game, we were sound, lad. We chilled together and we spoke and we were just laughing. Like, there was not a problem.
Smoke?
What? Spoke and maybe.
Oh, right, sorry. Yeah.
No, don't smoke. I've never smoked in my life, lad.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. No, that's all good. Yeah, exactly. Doyle is a professional. See, Diego even says it there. Yeah, until the cameras go off. I tell you what pissed me off though. A very drunk person. Obviously, it's been my WhatsApp picture for a while. You know this, Doyle.
Oh, that lad. That didn't piss me off. That made me laugh, lad. That's the.
Yeah, I'm glad it made you laugh.
But funny, lad. It's proper funny, that lad. What a tip.
Yeah. Basically, just to give you some background on it, I uploaded the video, but then I took it down because, you know, he annoyed me to that extent that, yeah, I took it down. But essentially what happened was he came up to me 3 times doing that in my face, around my face.
Not saying a word, though. Didn't say a word. Not a single word.
Well, no, the first time he came up, it was actually to get in the way of a fan cam that I was already doing. So I was like, come on, mate, out of the way.
Come on, buddy. Move, bud.
Come on, mate. And then it was the second time he did it. I was like, oh, he'll be gone now. And then he comes back again and gives it one of them in my face. You know, unbelievable. Very brave. And if the cameras weren't there, no, I'm joking.
It's been your profile picture for weeks as well, which has been great.
No, I've changed it though. Yeah, good sport. I've changed it now though, just to be a bit more professional, you know, because I've got important people on here these days.
Yeah.
Don't get him on. Look at his picture. He promotes violence. Alex, is Nat still your wallpaper? That's a great question, Bailey. Listen, Nat Dino Phillips, the man who is currently dating Liam Gallagher's daughter, fact, is now no longer my wallpaper. No. However, that's not a bad one to replace him with, is it?
No, it's not.
Right?
Mo Salah. What are you talking about, lad? Greatest player to look for.
Yeah, Declan says, "What the hell was that kid?" Yeah, he was drunk. That's what he was, and very silly. But listen, that's been a really nice little Q&A section there. We've just been here for 50 minutes talking about Jurgen Klopp. Answered your questions. Doyle is going to go for dinner. I've got a Chinese on the way. The Reds aren't playing until next weekend. We're playing Watford on the early kickoff, the place that we need redemption in, to be honest. We've got Hot Copics next week with James and Ruby. Then we have an in-person match preview actually on Thursday in the studio with Emma Coney-Bear from Watford Football Club. Doyle, if you can make that as well, please do. Next Thursday at 4 o'clock, I think, at the studio. If you can do that,
probably can
do that.
Well,
let's just see. We might as well just check it right now and just get him on there. Keep up the content, lads. Later says Declan. Take care, lad. Says Bailey. Well done, all. Says Diego. Esther A says great video.
Next Thursday, the 14th.
Yes,
I'm available.
Bosh, there we go. Doyle's locked in. And then I think we are going to actually be at the Watford game as well. So let us know if you've enjoyed this video in the comments. It's been a long day, a long week of filming. I'm signing out. He's been Doyle. Follow him on Instagram. And this has been a wrap up of the last 6 years of Jurgen Klopp. Take care.
Whoa. Just before you go,
don't forget, give us a like, drop us a comment and subscribe to the Kop TV.
The voice of football's most famous stand.